Hi, my name is Colby Clinkscales, and this is my Unit 1 Algebra project. So today I'm going to be talking about functions, domains and ranges, and an average rate of change. And I'm going to explain what all the definitions are first, then I'm going to give a real-world example at the end. So a function is an equation where every input has exactly one output. So if I did the example y equals 2x, I'm going to plug it into my graphing calculator right here. So y equals 2x. All of this has exactly 1 point, 1x and 1y, okay? And then my x's and y's, those are my domain and ranges. So the domain is every possible set of input values, and the range will be every set of output values. These are also known as your independent and dependent variables. So your independent variable is your x, because you can put in any number for that, any number for your x, and it can be anything on the graph. And your dependent variable is your y, and wherever your x is, your y will depend on wherever your x is, basically. And then finally, the average rate of change is just the rate of change in your equation or your slope. So this is the equation for your average rate of change, y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Okay, and for my real world example, I'm going to use the amount of fish in a lake. So in this specific example, none of these fish can reproduce, and the only way fish can come out of the lake is if either a fisherman catches it or a fish dies. So, for example here, if I put in the equation negative x plus 25, I would get this graph right here. So notice my y-intercept is 25, and that's because 25 is my starting number of fish in the lake. From there, I will have my average rate of change, y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, where I can take any amount of any 2 points on a graph, any two x and y's. I could put them in that equation. So for example, I could put 12 minus 16 divided by whatever where y equals 12 and wherever y equals 16 at, and I could get a slope equation. And for this specific example, the slope will always be -1 because this is a linear equation. But if I work with a parabola or anything more where I have an equation where my x has different powers, it'll be a little bit different and my slope won't be the same every time. But for this specific example, it's a linear equation, so my slope is the same every time. So my x, my independent variable, it's 12 right here. There's 13 fish in the lake because I have taken 12 fish out, meaning that the lake is depending on me to take the fish out as a fisherman, meaning there's only 13 fish left. So yes, this is my project. Thank you for listening. Go Rangers.